Hello, students. Today we are going to study the third chapter of the economics, that is poverty as a challenge. So, you all know that what is poverty, right? So, just ask yourself, am I a person below poverty, under below poverty line, or above poverty line? And what is actually poverty? And who are all the persons suffering because of this poverty in our country, or in our state, or in our city, or in the nearby neighborhood? Okay, so what actually poverty means, and how does it, how people take their life as a challenge against this poverty to improve their life, to bring their life above the poverty line. So that is the very important thing that we are going to study more and more about poverty in this lesson. Okay, so I hope you would ask all these questions to you and you will get a good answer, and which makes you more enthusiastic, and also will create a quest in you to learn more about this lesson. Shall we move on to the lesson? Okay, so at first, we could see some pictures of poverty normally in the area like Syria, and in mostly African areas, African countries. Most of the children, they didn't get any proper nutritious foods, not even proper nutritious foods, but they didn't even get food for all the three times. Okay, so per day we are having three times, that is breakfast, lunch, and dinner or supper. But those people will not even get three times the food, and those people will not get any nutritious food, and that is the reason they were affected with various diseases. And look how the children are looking. Most of the people, they without taking healthy food, they are spoiling their health, and also they are getting into some diseases, and even most of the children died because of this. Okay, and now we'll have a short intro about this, and the heading poverty is challenge. In our day-to-day life we come across various people, and we can commonly say the single word. Instead of using poverty, we use the word poor people, right? Poor people means they cannot afford a good life, or a good food, or anything, right? That's the reason. And who are all who are all the people called us to be poor? Mainly the landless laborers in village, and people living in overcrowded junkies, and they don't have anything daily, they have to work to earn to have their food. And those people, right? And other than that, even when we are coming to the various areas, that is rural or urban, there will be people working for daily wage only. They, if they get the wage only, maybe the people can be working in construction sites or some other areas for daily wage. And even some people still now, because of the poverty, they couldn't even in order to afford some money for their livelihood. Even still now, some people are sending their children for daily wages, okay, to earn some money to run their family. Okay, and that is the actual cruel situation that is brought by poverty. Okay, and we could also say, how many of you can see beggars in your cities or villages? I could say that every day in our life, if we move out of the house, we could see some people, what, still now begging for something, for some money, or for some food, or something else, to run their life, to live their life, right? So all these beggars are also, what, the fruit of this poverty only, right? And that is also one cruel thing that we see in our day-to-day life. And it is in our country, or whatever, in India, commonly it is said that every fourth person is said to be under this poverty line only. And roughly around 26 crore people in India is living in poverty only. That is the survey that says. And this also means that India has the largest single concentration of poor in the world. That is the reason, what there is some seriousness of the challenge towards this poverty. Okay, and see this picture. uh, he's a child and he wants to, he can have good education and he can also become a great person, but as there is no other go, he have to have his food in sense. Maybe his parents have sent him for some this work for collecting all these waste papers and also these cups, so that they will be getting little money for that, right? Okay, now here we are studying two important stories of people, and the first story is about Ram Charan. Okay, and we'll move into the story. This Ram Charan is a 33 years old man, and he is also working as a daily wage laborer. And in which area? Ma? In wheat flour mill. Okay, near Ranchi in Jharkhand. And though he is a daily wage person, for a month, how much he is earning? Only 1500 rupee. So, what to say? Around 30 days is there in sense we can calculate for 30 days in sense per day he is getting how much? 30 days if he is getting 100 rupees, it is 3000 rupee, but he is getting only 50 rupees, right? So how could he manage his life? And that is the reason he has to send money. Other than in this income, he had to send money also to his old parents who is living in the village near Ramgarh. And also this Ramcharan lives in one room rented house. For that he have to pay rent also. And that rented house is also in a crowded basti, that is outside of the city. Okay, where much people were living in one single area. And his wife Shanta Devi, with only his income they cannot able to run the life, right? So she also goes and works as part time maid in few houses. She do some household works for them and he gets some money, and she also managed to get 800 per month. Okay, and other than that his elder son also goes to work. He works as a helper in the tea shop to supply as a like a supplier or like that, so that he can also what earn some money to support his family. That is the reason he also goes for work and he earns 300 rupees. And finally his 10-year-old daughter taking care of his younger siblings. Okay, so this is the situation. So now you just think how, in order to come out, not even come out of poverty, but in order to run their life, in order to have three times food itself, they all have to work. Even what I'm saying, you can understand the situation of this what Ramcharan here. So what actually here what I'm saying is, see, Ramcharan, and other than that, what to say, his mom, his child, everyone is working in sense, only then only they could run their life, they could have food all the three times, right? So even what I'm saying is the last child, this 10-year-old daughter also, if she grows, she also will be sent to work only. So this was the situation. And when we are coming to the story of Laka Singh, it is also somewhat different, but the same poverty problem only they are also facing. Here, when we are coming to Laka Singh's family belongs to a small village near Meerut, where Ram was looking in working in a crowded city, and this guy is working in a small village near Meerut in Uttar Pradesh. And his family also doesn't own any land. They don't have any land means they have to work under others only, some jobs for other people. So in the same way, so they do odd jobs for big farmers. Say for example, they will be going for a cultivating the land, cultivating work, or harvesting work. In that way they'll go for daily wage, and they will be get paid only rupees 50 per day. Okay, and that is also they cannot able, with that they cannot able to manage. And what they are saying is, they are totally 18 family, 8 members are there in the family. How can they have food with this 50 rupees? So what they are saying is, for these 8 people, if they are having 2 times food for a day, that is a great thing for them. Okay, and also the women of the family also spend the day chopping fodder and collecting firewood. So if they collect firewood in the fields, means they can sell it and they can get good little bit money. And chopping fodder, if they are chopping fodder and they are giving what selling it, means the people who are having cattle, they will purchase it, so that they will be getting good little bit amount. So with that they could have one time food. That's what. And he had also to start earning his what this particular person started earning from his 10 years onwards. When his age of when he is 10 years old, that time itself he started earning for his family. But here one more problem is also there. What? His father is a TB patient. TB patient means what, ma? Tuberculosis. And also for him itself, much money is needed for medication and everything, right? So though they undergone what amount they can afford for his father, little amount, though if they afford also, they need much money, right? So as they have don't they as they don't have much money, his father passed away 2 years ago due to lack of medication. And one main great problem came again is his mother also then suffers with the same disease, and that's why their life is slowly ebbing away, right? There is no hope, there is no happiness, and also there is no what a thought that we can come, or we can overcome this poverty, right? This was the two situations of these two families. So that's what finally we are seeing. And when we are coming to learn about poverty, three or four main things we can learn here. So these two people, by seeing their life, what we can learn, they show that poverty means hunger and lack of shelter, right? They don't have what own house to live, they don't have food to eat. That is what we have seen in both the areas. But other than that also, poverty not, doesn't means that alone. But if you are not having clean water to have, and if you are not having proper sanitation or bathroom facility, some villages are till now they don't have water, restroom facilities and all, and till now they are going to some other some forest areas or something else for everything. So in that way they are under poverty, they cannot able to build a house, and not even a what a restroom even, right? That is the situation. And most of the poor people are in a situation in which they are ill treated at most every place. What I'm saying is, if a beggar comes near you, what I'm saying, most of the people they used to avoid them. They will not even ready to stand nearby to them. And also they will feel these people as ugly people, what these people as untouchable people, and these people to be removed outside of the place. And some people get irritated by seeing them. All these are whose problem? Whose mistake? Is the poverty brought by that family person? No, right? They don't have a situation to go for a job, and they don't get a job, and that is the reason they are suffering, right? That is the one major problem those poor people are facing now, right? And it also means lack of regular job. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If they are getting regular job, they'll get some money, live at least a normal life. But even that is not getting that is not at all reaching these people. That is the reason these people are still under poverty and still living in a very pathetic situation, right? And that is the reason, because of the lack of regular job at minimum decent level, these people are facing problem. And that is the reason the children they born the child born for these people living in under poverty, they could not give them proper nutrition, and that is the reason they got affected with polio and various even what child death. We know now infant mortality rate, why it is very less in our country. In sense, major people, most of the child without nutrition they are dying within 1 year of birth, right? So this is what we are learning, and I hope we can continue in the remaining things in the next class. Anyway, I just want you to read the lesson and the topics what we have studied today in your book, and if possible you take notes. and for revising it later. Okay, students. Thank you. Have a great day.